Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. This is a review for the new application from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's bring it up. Flow. Now, instead of going to the top here, I've disabled this toolbar at the top. You can do it with this application. Instead of doing that, I'm just pressing a button on the keyboard or your controller. Bring up this nifty little menu. And there's a whole lot you can do with this application, my goodness me. A whole lot. You may be very surprised by this little application Flow. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what this can do. And at the end, I'll come back and I'll talk about my recommendations, whether I recommend you get this. Bit of a spoiler, chaps. This is an absolute game changer. Okay, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get into this video. So I'll show you where I got Flow from. That's the Orbix store. Essentially, it's a separate program, the Orbix Central, rather. Orbix Central. I'll put a link to that down in the description. You can join up and then download various products. You've got Flow, which is free, completely free. Don't pay for it. Flow Essentials, which comes out around £14.52 apparently. And Flow Pro for just over £24. I'll get into them later. I've just installed the free version, which you're all able to try. And in the sim, I've just loaded up a flight. I'm in the DC-3. And then the Flow box splash screen came up. Goodbye, toolbar. Hello, Flow. Now, I do apologise, I do have a slight chesty cold, which you may be able to hear. It's that time of year, what can I do? But I'll crack on regardless. This quick tutorial will help you get started when using your new menu system. Begin. I'm doing this for the first time with you. It was actually Maverick Martin, good friend from the channel, I think, comes on our live streams now again. He informed me about Flow. I didn't know about it, so there you go. Thanks, Martin. Enabling, disabling Flow. You can see you can enable it and disable it from the toolbar up here. It will automatically re-enable the next time you load into a flight. Next. Oops, did that click? Right. Keep default toolbar. You can always visit settings. Let's keep it for now. Well, we can disable this for you. You can always revisit. I'll keep it for now. Access widgets quickly in the wheel. To open a wheel, go to Control Options from the Pause menu and assign a key button to Help menu. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Okay. I'll have to do that now. So to open a wheel, go to the Control Options and assign a button to Help menu. Let's do that. Do I not have that? Control Options. So search by name. Come on. I'll just do it under the keyboard for now. That could be good, as I'm right next to my keyboard. Help menu. It's tab. Right. It's fine. So that should work. So if I press my tab key on my keyboard, there you go. This command was detected, all good. So by default, I believe tab is the default key. Static wheels, white are always visible. Dynamic blue on is showing specific aircraft. Okay, I've got that. You can access Flow settings in the top right of the menu screen when the wheel is visible during installation. Okay, yep, there. Make sure you always keep the latest company. Subscribe. Skip. You're good to go. Done. So there you go. So I'm pressing my tab button wherever my cursor goes. That's where the wheel will go. So you've got MSF camera. So yep, it's just a quick and easy way. Rather than going up here, just press your tab button or a key on your controller. If you have your mouse next to you, weather, you can change that. I've got live weather on. It's terrible weather at the moment. I think I'm in Ireland just to test this video. The scattered clouds, it's slightly better, isn't it? Press the tab button again. Oh, very nice. And you can assign different buttons. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to assign a few more controls and I'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, you know what, chaps? I'm at Donegal Airport again, just at one of the gates. No messing around, though. I've gone straight for the Pro version. Cost me just over £24. I like the look of the free version so much, I went with the Pro. I'm going to talk about the wheel first, and then I'll talk more about the settings later. So I'm just pressing the tab key on the keyboard. Now, oh, by the way, before I do that... just open that box again, the settings menu. Under interface, I believe you can do this in the free version. I'm not sure, somebody can confirm that. I've now got the Pro version. But I've disabled the default toolbar. So it means if I mouse up at the top here, it's no longer there, which is great. I can just press my tab key or a button on the controller to bring this up. And I've got this wheel. If you open any of these windows, like time, for example, you're going to notice you've got a different interface now for time. Different interface for weather. Isn't that neat? Live weather. You can click on there and select any of the presets. So remember, this is with the Pro version. Possibly Essentials as well. Weights and balance. Well, that brings up the default box. I'm testing a few out of these for the first time. And you can add more, which I'll show you in a moment. Let's just go on Portal, though, just to show you what this does. So find a friend or find an ICAO. Oh, DoberMann's there. So if I click on DoberMann here, it will show me where DoberMann, Martin's the one who told me about this. It will show me where Martin is. Where are you, Martin? Oh, it tells you. ECRC. Isn't that fantastic? Yerby Airstrip. So I can go and join. You know what? It's a bit buggy. This is more to do with Flight Sim when you do this, but you can go. A box comes up teleporting. This could take a minute. Martin, you're about to see me if we're on the same server. And I'll just go ready there. Now, I'm either on top of Martin, or he's around here somewhere. Let's just see what happens there. Yerby Airports. Let's bring up that tab again. Isn't that fantastic? By the way, you can type anything there. ICAO code, EGL. This is a game changer, isn't it? London City. If I want to go to my favourite airport, Huddison International, click on runway 27 and go. I'm not going to. I'm going to surprise Martin if he's here. He's probably going to mention me in Discord in a moment, but it's okay. Right. Position. It'll give you your current position, where you are. Yerby Airstrip. Press tab again. I showed you the time function. I'm going to move the time forward. Just hold that black dot. And we can forward time. Isn't that fantastic? Weather. Just showed you that. We're in live weather. I could change that with this box here. Weights and balance showed you that. Now what's that? Auto search bar. Flow. Wiki. Near. Wow. Fantastic. I didn't know this. I don't know. London City. No results. Well, maybe I'll come back and experiment with that at a later time. What you can do here is just left click and hold one of these boxes here, and you can add more functions. So I don't have cameras on there at the moment, so I've just added cameras. Updates, manager, scripts, folder, My goodness me, autopilot, what's this? What is this? Autopilot master speed. So if I want to toggle autopilot master on a box there, it's now done for all aircraft. Now let's just see. Yeah, it's done it. So if I click that now, my autopilot master will toggle. Turn it off. Click the cameras. Oh, that's slightly different, isn't it? Isn't that nice? Quick camera 1, 2, 3, external. Showcase drone camera. Cockpit 1, 2. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. That is neat. Now, apparently this will work in VR. Chaps, I'm not going to show you the VR section. I do have a Rift. I just don't have it set up. Flight Sim, I don't have my recording set up to record VR. I'm sure you'll get a VR tutorial from somebody, but this is apparently very usable in VR. So if you're playing, press a button on your controller, you've got your mouse next to you, you can press all these different buttons. Wonderful. I've got to say, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, chaps. Okay, I'm going to now show you a little bit more about this settings menu. Okay, so on to the settings menu. To bring that up, you can't just mouse up and find it. I find that you have to bring up the wheel, and then you'll get this little icon, gear icon in the top left there. Top right, rather. So let's go through these settings one by one. With interface, it will change the size of this box, this interface. You can move this window around. So if you want it a bit bigger, good for the visually impaired, I would say, and my eyes are weakening all the time, so I'm okay with this size. I'll bring up that wheel again by pressing the tab key. It's just the default key. Go to wheel, and you can alter the size of that wheel. Now, it is a bit small for me, so I'm going to leave it at this size. Let's just bring it down here, so whatever your mouse is, I just love this. You can bring up the wheel. Anyway, there you go. So leave the wheel there. Reverse page scroll direction. Reverse page scroll wheel center button to move across pages. Anyway, you can see you can play with these various options yourself. Auto search bar. I'll have to investigate that a little bit more. There's a Twitch option here. Some scripts can integrate with Twitch directly. This section allows you to authenticate in a single place. Interesting. I'm sure some people are going to get used to that. I do have a Twitch account. Something I keep meaning to do. Set up a flight simulator Twitch channel. Maybe in the future, scripts and dev tools. Now, because I've got the pro version, if you want to create a script and do something with this wheel, add more options, you can go ahead and do that. You never know, chaps, I might come back to this in the future. And tutorial, you can restart the tutorial basically. Let's get rid of that. Oh, now can I go? Let's just begin. Now the trouble is, there we go, I can move that window, and we're just seeing all that. Keep, remove, help menu, I've done that. It's just what I showed you right at the beginning of this video, and I can skip that. Done. So it lets you restart the menu. Okay, recommendation time. Do I recommend you get this? Look, a lot of people are saying that top toolbar up here. Now, I've enabled it again here. I'm not keen, and it's always a bit awkward to go up to the top there to get to this toolbar. I'm not over keen on that, so let's bring up this again. I'm going to disable the default toolbar. That's now gone. And in its place, either with a button press on your controller or the tab key by default, you can bring up this, and you just saw you can set up so many different functions. Let's go to the, I do like that, the autopilot fuel game. What's this? Sim update, sim rate. Oh, sim rate. That could be interesting, couldn't it? Quit simulator, electric. You can just set up another button. I don't know, autopilot heading there, for example. Set up your own wheel and buttons. I just wonder there for a moment. I'm sure there's a lot more you can do with this, increasing the amount perhaps on what you have. It's just fantastic. For quite a low price, if you want to get the essential version, as I showed you right at the beginning, you can get that. Go and look at Orbix Sentry. You can get that a bit cheaper. The pros for the developers. And I may have a go of that myself. I just wanted to get the best version to see what it can do. Mightily impressed. It's another gadget for your flight simming needs. And if you don't like that top toolbar, like I've mentioned, you've got all these these options are just fantastic. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, high recommendation. I'm highly recommending it. Go and get it if you like the looks of it. But do let me know your thoughts below. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.